You big dummy. Perfect. fooling around, I tell the truth. Nothing's secret.
Favorite tribe, boy, hit the like, subscribe, share the video. If you're new to the house, welcome to the house, my Naga. Hey, we're in the stronghold of the Naga, strictly for my Nagas over here. We got the cash app at the top of the screen, cash.app/$ House of Commons, right? If you want to support the house, go on and hit us up. All support matters. We appreciate all support. We appreciate everybody who's been supporting. Hey, we got a good conversation lined up. We're looking at the thumbnail from a third eye point of view, not a bird eye point of view. Y'all know how we do over here, right? We always got our third eye open, man. Salute to everybody in the house. Salute to we in the house. Salute the tribe up. Hit me in the chat. Let me know you at. Hey, title of the show is Editing History, Part 10, The Land of Canaan, my Naga. And we about to get into it. My Naga, we're gonna look at this thumbnail real quick from a third eye point of view, not a bird eye point of view. Some of y'all have seen this before. I done posted this before. And I posted it along with a couple other things to connect some dots. I'll be taking a look one more time, my Naga. We see right there in the middle, Prester John, the Grand Negus. And then we see the Inca emperors next to him. I just superimposed the Prester right on top of the Inca, the emperors, to point out that they had the Prester style. They're holding that Prester style, Managa. They're holding that priest king style. I just wanted everybody to notice that. We pointed it out. We talked about it before. I believe we was the first to do it. We was the first to connect these dots, Managa. The Prester John, the Prester staff, and the Incas holding the Prester staff, Managa. Yeah, we talked about it before on the older live stream. You'll have to look back in the catalog to check that out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take a look at that. Hey, tribe up, let me take a look. Hey, salute to Michaela for the $5 cash out. Tribe up, salute. Hey, we always appreciate Michaela. Michaela always showing out, showing up, showing love. Hey, one love for Michaela. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need support from everybody. Y'all want to hit us up with some support? We got the cash app at the top of the screen. Cash.app/$ House of Commons. You know, we try to keep it popping with some fresh information, and we try to do a little bit something that pretty much nobody else ain't doing. You know, try to give a Naga somewhere new to go. You know, ain't knocking nobody else though. But yeah, we talked about this before. Prester John and the Prester staff and the Inca emperors holding the staff too. And we even showed some tobacco Indians holding the staff. And we connected dots on it before. But I want to talk about the land of Canaan today. Matter of fact, we're gonna get into the land of Canaan, the Canaanites, and all of that. We just starting off with this thumbnail, man, because we're talking about in ancient times. Some people will argue we're talking about the beginning of times, and we're talking about ancient books, ancient texts. We're talking about the Torah, the books of Moses, and we're talking about the Israelites. So we're gonna get into some of this and some of that, man. But let's show everybody where these images come from first and foremost. Like I say, the image in the background was the Inca emperors. Hidden history, huh? Hidden history. It's all you. Not gonna always hear you. It's all right though. We done found it now. And the funny thing about your history being hidden, a lot of times it's hidden right in plain sight, like this. Other times it's hidden in plain sight. Your history hidden in plain sight, and you wouldn't even know it. What I mean by that, a lot of time your history hidden in books that you would think is religious books, like the Bible or like the Quran, the Torah. Yeah, your hidden history, not just here, but even in the Torah. It's a lot of reasons why people don't want you to know who you are. But your history, your ancient history, is right before your eyes. Just like Albert Perry, the South Carolina brother, right? Your ancient history is right in front of your eyes. It's even in scripture, my nigga. Some of the oldest world history books written by Moses. The books of Moses is some of the oldest books on the earth. Some people would say, well, that's Christianity. Well, those people just don't know a lot. And you gotta, Father, forgive them for their ignorance. The books of Moses didn't write the books of Moses with the intention of it being Christianity or Islam or Judaism or anything. He wrote his books for the family, for the Israelites. The 5 books of Moses. Some of the oldest books. Moses lived to be 120 years old. We can't talk about this without talking about Moses. We're talking ancient history. And some people say, well, that's religion, blackjack, and that's this. They just don't know. They don't know the difference in history and religion. And see, when you're talking about ancient history, these same people will pull out a book from and the first thing they'll say, well, nobody was living back then, blackjack. Nobody on earth right now was living in the beginning of time, blackjack. I don't know if I should believe the books of Moses, blackjack. But this Naga turn around and show you a book that was written in 1902. And then I'll turn around and say, hey man, nobody on the earth today is living, possibly maybe 1 or 2 people that was alive in 1902. Or let's say 1882. No wonder he got a book from 1882. He's living on this book. This book is the truth, blackjack. And I say, hey man, nobody was alive today that was around in 1882. What if I don't believe that book? You don't believe the books of Moses? You see what I'm saying? You'll pick a book 100 and something years old and say you'll believe that, but the books of Moses, you'll deny that. What's wrong with investigating ancient texts? The books of Moses, some of the oldest books on earth. Moses lived to be 120 years old. The other image on the thumbnail is the Grand Negus, the Prester John, the Emperor of Abyssinia, right? The Grand Negus. The Grand Negus, Managa. The Grand Negus, right? He got his Prester style, just like the Inca emperors. Same deal, right? And not only that, like I said, I always notice how to dress. I noticed the double pearl necklace. Oh, we seen that before. We seen the double pearl several times over here. We know what the double pearls mean. And I always notice how he got his like something like a cape tied in the front. I said, I've seen this before. Not only have I seen the Prester style, I've seen the pearls, the hooped earrings. Those might not be hoops, but I'm not sure. I can't see that well. But I damn sure see the pearl necklaces. And I see this cape he got tied up in the front. I say, my, it reminds me of something. It reminds me of the Juka, the South American Juka tribe, right? Indigenous Juka Nagas. These Nagas of Suriname. Ain't forget about the Juka. Right? He got his thing tied up, just like the Prester, my Naga. The only thing he's missing is the wand and his crown, my Naga. But I know culture when I see it, my Naga, and I don't miss these things. And I just keep looking. Say, yeah, it's just the same. Say, where'd he get it from? I look and I say, yeah, I've seen it before. Even on Quetzalcoatl. I know my history. I know my history better than people that's pretending to be us.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hey, so I know when I see these things. I know like when I'm looking at the Presta, I know I'm looking at the Quetzalcoatl. I know I'm looking at the Juka. I know it's just us. I know. But speaking of Moses, you know, before we even get there, same old thing, tobacco moors, huh? Yeah. Got his cape tied up, Managa. Pull up another one he'll have on the double, the message is spreading, Managa. The message is spreading. Salute to the brethren. Salute to the brethren with his TikTok video. Yeah, the double pearl necklaces. Oh, what a coinky thing.
You big dummy.
Ain't nothing secret. Ain't nothing secret, yeah. Got on his crown too, just like the Presta. Indian Presta John, huh? So I know all these things when I see this. And I'm driving all this home, setting the foundation to make a point, Managa, because we finna talk about the land of Canaan and who exactly are the Canaanites. And we're gonna talk about the house of Israel. We're gonna talk about all of this, Managa, today. But we done connected the dots. We know we talking about us, right? We know we talking about the indigenous American, right? And we gotta understand. Hey, salute Tribe Buck. Salute the hey Will for the $2 cash out. Tribe Buck. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the support, And for one thing, man, I'm finna get some Christians in their feelings, cause I know some Christians be watching China, man. I be posting stuff in the community tab that be kind of controversial, but I just be trying to spark a conversation, y'all. I'm gonna start being so wild on here. I be in character mode, cause I be trying to be entertaining, man. I be trying to, you know, like I am action packed, you know what I'm saying? That's just my nature, but I do get in character mode to have fun, y'all. I'm gonna start doing all that, though. I'm gonna calm it down, cause I think I be scaring some people, and I don't mean to do that, but yeah, I want to educate some people, because like even the stuff I put in the community post, people be scared. They think they're going to hell and stuff. But the name Jesus ain't even in the Old Testament. You know, people saying when we talk about the books of Moses and the Torah, when they say we talk about the Old Testament, they think we talking about Christianity. All of a sudden, they think we talking about religion. They think we talking Jesus. But they are uneducated. They don't even know that Jesus does not exist in the books of Moses. The books of Moses was written before they made up Zeus. Jesus was nowhere around. The name Jesus is not found in the Old Testament whatsoever. Absolutely no evidence. Alright? Is Jesus mentioned in the Old Testament? No. Why are there no prophecies of Jesus in the Old Testament? He didn't exist. They put him in the remix, the King James remix, the King James Puff Daddy remix, P. Diddy on it. They made him up, man. Why there are no prophecies of Jesus in the Old Testament? They made them up after doing diverses, after 14th. They came and found the Israelites in the Promised Land, in India Superior. They found the Presta land. They made up Jesus in King James book, man. Is Jesus in the Old Testament? No. He's not there. Don't exist. No. Just wanted to make that clear, man. Don't get mad at me. Look it up in your own phone or your tablet, or go to the library even. Or just get the Old Testament and read it. Read the 5 books of Moses. Jesus don't exist. Speaking of Moses, Deuteronomy 30. Speaking of Moses, the land of Canaan, the Israelites. Speaking of the Canaanites. Speaking of Moses, the death of Moses, Deuteronomy from the books of Moses, written by Moses, ancient book, written by Moses. Chapter 34, verses 1 through 4. Then Moses climbed Mount Nebo from the plains of Moab to the top of Pisgah, across from Jericho. There the Lord showed him, not Jesus, there the Lord, the Most High, showed him the whole land, from Gilead to Dan, all the Naphtali, the territory of Ephraim and Manasseh, all the land of Judah, as far as the Mediterranean Sea, the Negev and the whole region from the valley of Jericho, the city of Psalm, as far as Zor. Then the Lord said to him, this is the land I promised, the promised land. This is the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when I said I would give it to your descendants, the Israelites. I have let you see it with your eyes, but you will not cross over into it. The death of Moses. Deuteronomy 34. Moses wrote his own death. Deuteronomy 34. Moses prophesied his own death. Deuteronomy chapter 34, verse 1 through 4. Jesus ain't right there. Moses wrote that. He prophesied his own death. He spoke to the Most High. The biblical patriarchs, one more time. The term patriarch refers to the founder or ruler of a tribe, family, or clan. The Israelites. The Israelites wasn't the matriarchy. It was the patriarchy. The Israelites traced their ancestry to one man, the patriarch Abraham. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 2, Hebrews chapter 7 verse 4. They laid claim to Canaan. To Canaan. That's what we're talking about today, the land of Canaan. Editing history part 10. Based on the covenant that God made with their first three patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to possess the land. Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 8. Look to Abraham your father and to Sarah who bore you, for I called him alone and blessed him and increased him. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 2. The phrase the patriarchs eventually referred to Jacob's 12 sons, the Israelites, as well. Acts 7 through 8 through 9. So why you think they don't want the American brother in the household? Why you think they got the gender war going and they're trying to keep Jacob out the house? They're attacking Jacob. The attack on Jacob, right? The phrase the patriarchs eventually referred to Jacob's 12 tribes as well. Do you know who you are? Acts chapter 7 verse 8 and 9. Thus among figures of the Bible, the patriarchs were the ancestors of the Israelites, from Abraham to Jacob's son Joseph. Exact dates for the period in which the patriarchs lived cannot be established. The events of the patriarchal narratives in Genesis cannot be synchronized with any events outside of the Bible. Yeah, right. As a result, scholars have suggested dates for the patriarchs range from 2000 BC to as late as 1200 BC. 1200s. The biblical context places Abraham long before Moses. Long before Moses. In the genealogy of Exodus chapter 6 verse 16 to 20, Moses knew his genealogy. And Moses say, I know who my father is Abraham. Moses is the great grandson of Jacob, who himself was the grandson of Abraham. The line of descent: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Levi, Kohath, Amram, Moses, would set Abraham somewhere around 2000 to 1900 BC. See, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land. What land? The land of Canaan, which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, who to the patriarchs, to your fathers. We talking about inheritance. You need to get Jacob back in the house, y'all. To Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give it to them and their descendants after them. It goes through the patriarchs, just like your last name. It goes through the patriarchs. You know, they got a lot going on right now. They combating paternity fraud. There's a lot going on. In the name of Jacob, my nigga. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 8. Hey, let's speak on it. So the land of Canaan was the inheritance, right? Canaan. Now let's see what the hijacks say. Canaan, historical. They say not. They didn't even say biblical. They say historical region. They talking world history. Then they say the Middle East. Hijack.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hijack. They want to tell you the Middle East. They want you looking somewhere else, like Cat Williams say. Canaan, area variously defined in historical and biblical literature. But what, biblical or the Torah? You mean the Torah, the books of Moses, but always centered on Palestine. So they say, see, hijack. Now they want to get you a disclaimer. Always on this is Palestine. No, who's to say? They just told you they can't even date it. Its original pre-Israelite inhabitants were called Canaanites. Oh, now we getting somewhere. Why is the promised land called Canaan? Why the hell is the promised land named after Canaan? Tribal, Wale in the house, Manhattan Project in the house, Reminded Bay in the house, Tribal, salute. I know everybody was sitting back talking about Blackjack. What you talking about? America, they call it Canaan, the promised land Canaan. What's going on? That's the Canaanites, right? Why? We're gonna talk about it. Canaan. Yeah. Canaan is a who it was promised to the Israelites through the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We just read about it. I have set the land before you. Go in and possess that land which the Lord swore to your fathers. Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 8. The land of Canaan. They laid claim to Canaan, Managa. Why is our land called Canaan? Canaan is not in our family tree. Canaan is not our, why is our name land? Because somebody was there that wasn't supposed to be there, right? Its original pre-Israelite. Somebody went there and settled in our land. The Canaanites, right? The names Canaan and Canaanite occur in cuneiform, Egyptian and Phoenician writings from about the 15th century BCE, as well as in the Old Testament. And see, I'm finna point out the reason why you don't want to call yourself an African American, my nigga. What you call yourself, a Canaanite? What you call yourself, a seed of Ham? You giving up your land one more time? In these sources, Canaan refers sometimes to an area encompassing, nope, not all of Palestine. What you talking about? Old Palestine, old world Palestine in America, old Syria in America. All you ain't talking in the eyes of the Gentile. You can't be, because there's no way in hell the Most High will put the promised land in the eyes of the Gentiles. Think again, wrong. The Israelites occupied and conquered Canaan. Israelites occupied and conquered Palestine or Canaan, right? Beginning in the late second millennium. Okay, Canaan is America though, right? The Israelites conquered Canaan. And what happened to the Canaanites, right? If Canaan is America and the Israelites conquered Canaan, and it got named Canaan because the Canaanites went in the land first, let's see why. But first, let's see this. Oh, when America was the land of Canaan, yeah, we know. Yeah, talking Palestine, no. We're talking America. J-Star be acting up. I had this image blow it up. I don't know what just happened. When America was the land of Canaan, it ain't know when it was, when it is the land of Canaan in ancient Egypt and all the other biblical lands right here. Volumes have been written. Volumes. Not just Blackjack in the live stream and a couple other people. No. Whole volumes all throughout history have been written on the causes of immigration from the various countries of Europe to the United States. Let that man
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Think about that. We talking about the land of Canaan and the ancient Israelites who kicked the Canaanites out of their land, right? With the sword of Joshua. And we start right off when America was the land of Canaan. Volumes have been written. Volumes been written about it on the causes of immigration from the various countries of Europe to the United States. And it may appear, man, hold on. See, this only thing about J-Star, man. J-Star don't like to act right, y'all. That's the only thing I don't like about J-Star. It go to acting funny. J-Star be kind of want you to download their stuff really like a little pinch and zoom. I don't know why it acts so crazy on here. Let me see. Let me try it another way. It may appear superfluous to add to the numerous articles that have appeared in print. A plethora of immigration statistics is available. Monographs have appeared by the score, and it was seen that the subject has been attacked from every conceivable angle, but the historical profession still awaits the man with the magic touch, who by a process known only to the master can convert this tremendous mass of material into a masterpiece of historical synthesis. This master must sound the depths of the human soul, and he must analyze the noblest as well as the basest emotions that play on the human heart. He will not concern himself with the people on whom fortune has smiled graciously, nor will he relate the exploits of the battlefield and portray the lives of kings and nobles. He will study the documents that betray the spirit hopes and aspirations of the humble folk who tilled the soil, felled the forest, and tended the loom. In short, who followed the occupation that fall to the lot of the less favored majority in every land. Immigration from Sweden was a class movement that spread from the rural districts to the cities and towns. The fever sought its victims amongst those who were inoculated with the virus of social distinction and economic prosperity. And when the epidemic was transported 3,000 miles across the water, it took a more virulent form. In fact, it was transmitted most effectively by thousands of letters that found. Next page, man, with the clip. See, this one I don't like J Story, yes, mother flow. I downloaded it. Well, I ain't downloaded it, but I logged in. Damn, I had to do that. All right. Their way from America. Skip something, y'all. The heck? Letters that found their way from America to the small red cottages hidden among the pine-clad rocky hills of Sweden. See, all these immigrants coming to America, the promised land. Basically, y'all see where they going with this. Hey, Papa Dad in the house, tribe up. Overly articulated in the house, tribe up. Legend of Nagashan in the house, tribe up. But they coming to the land of Canaan, America, the promised land, the land of plenty, the land of milk and honey, right? That's just one article on it. But let's read more from the books of Moses, though. The genealogy of the descendants of Shem, Noah, and his sons divided the earth after the flood, right? In the 29th Jubilee, hold on. Let me blow this up a little bit where I can read a little better. I know it ain't at the max, y'all. Hold on. There you go. All right. In the 29th Jubilee, in the first week in the beginning thereof, Arphashad took himself a wife, and her name was I always had trouble saying this because they throw all that stuff on her. Roswayjah, the daughter of Susan, the daughter of Elam, and she bare him a son in the 3rd year in this week, and he called his name. What is all this going on, man? Hold on, let me slow down. My computer want to act funny. I'm just gonna not worry about it. All right. And she bare him a son in the 3rd year in this week, and he called his name Canaan. And the son grew, and his father taught him writing, and he went to seek for himself a place where he might seize for himself a city. And he found a writing which former generations had carved on the rock, and he read what was thereon, and he transcribed it and signed owing to it, for it contained the teaching of the watchers, in accordance with which they used to observe the omens of the sun and moon and stars and all the signs of heaven. And he wrote it down and said nothing regarding it, but he was afraid to speak to Noah about it, lest he should be angry with him on account of it. And in the 13th Jubilee, in the 2nd week, in the 1st year thereof, he took himself a wife, and her name was Melka, the daughter of Madai, the son of Japhet. And in the 4th year, he begat a son, and called his name Shelah. For he said, truly I have been sent. And in the 4th year he was born, and Shelah grew up and took to himself a wife, and her name was Muak, the daughter of Chesed, his father's brother, in the 113th Jubilee, the 130th Jubilee I meant, in the 5th week, in the 1st year thereof. And she bare him a son in the 5th year thereof, and he called his name Eber of the feathers, my naga. And he took unto himself a wife, and her name was Zerah, the daughter of Nerad, in the 32nd Jubilee, in the 7th week, in the 3rd year thereof, and in the 6th year thereof, she bare him a son, and he called his name Peleg. For in the days when he was born, the children of Noah began to divide the earth amongst themselves. Not the earth divided, not Pangea divided, no, the lots divided for the nations. Born the children of Noah began to divide the earth amongst themselves. The sons of Ham, the sons of Noah, the sons of Shem, the sons of Japheth. For this reason he called his name Peleg, and they divided it secretly amongst themselves, and told it to Noah. And it came to pass in the beginning of the 33rd Jubilee that they divided the earth into 3 parts. They divided the earth into 3 parts, not the earth divided into 3 parts. For Shem and Ham and Japheth, according to the inheritance of each, in the first year, in the first week, when one of us who had been sent was with them. And he called his sons, and they drew nigh to him, they and their children, and he divided the earth into the lots, like you bought a lot. How many acres on your lot, my naga? Which his 3 sons were to take in possession. And they reached forth their hands and took the writing out of the bosom of Noah, their father. And their father. Where they got their last name from, their father. Where they got the lots from, their father. And there came forth on the writing that Shem's lot. Shem's lot, the middle of the earth, middle America, my naga, which he should take as an inheritance, Canaan, for himself and for his sons, for the generations of eternity. We ain't going nowhere. From the middle of the mountain range of Rapha, from the mouth of the water, from the river Tina. My grandma Tina. I miss my grandma Tina, y'all. How many of y'all got a family member named Tina, my naga? And his portion goeth towards the west through the midst of this river, and it extendeth till it reaches the water of the abysses, out of which the river goeth forth and poureth its waters into the sea. And the river floweth into the great sea, and all that is towards the north is Japheth, and all that is towards the south belongs to Shem. And it extended till it reached Cadasso, that this is the bosom of the tongue which looketh towards the south. And his portion extended along the great sea, and it extended in a straight line till it reaches the west of the tongue which looketh towards the south. Sound like America, north and south to me. For this sea is named the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and it turneth from here towards the south, towards the mouth of the great sea, on the shore of its waters, and it extends to the west, to Afra, and it extended till it reacheth the waters of the river Gihon, and to the south of the water Gihon, to the banks of this river, and it extendeth towards the east till it reacheth the Garden of Eden, to the south thereof. And from the east of the whole land of Eden and the whole east, it turneth to the east, and proceedeth till it reach the east of the mountains named Rapha, and its descendants to the bank of the mountain. It sounds like, basically, if you read and you keep it up, it sounds like a survey of the land. They line, like you line out land on the map to this river, to that mountain. This portion came forth by lot for Shem and his sons. That's a lot of land, and they should possess it forever, until his generations forevermore. And Noah rejoiced that this portion came forth for Shem and for his sons, and he remembered all that he had spoken with his mouth in prophecy, for he had said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and may the Lord dwell in the dwelling of Shem. And he knew that the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies. The Holy of Holies, what Garden of Eden, where all the food growing there, right? Land of plenty, right? And the dwelling of the Lord in Mount Sinai, center of the desert. Hold, let's stop right there for a minute. Yeah, Mount Sinai, Moses going to Mount Nebo. Yeah, I know some of y'all are aware of this, but maybe some people are not. Mount Sinai, right? Not church. Mount Sinai for real. Mount Sinai. Alright, let's pull up the real Mount Sinai, right? Let's pull up the real Mount Sinai. I'm gonna show you why it's the real Mount Sinai. Because Mount Nebo and all the other mountains that's mentioned in the Bible are right near it. It's mentioned in the Torah are right near it. I did this on another live stream. Other people had did it too. Doing. Let me see. Let me just do this then. It's all Mount Nebo, Mount Pisgah. All of them in America for real. But like I say, Google be changing stuff. So on these searches, that's what. Dang, I ain't mean to do that. I just had to lid. Hold on. Mount Nebo, Utah. They all in Utah. I just put America just so I can show you that it go there on its own. Mount Nebo right there, Mount Sinai not far from there. The real mountains, all in this mountain complex right here, from Mount Nebo to Mount Sinai. All that stuff that they was just mentioning in the Bible. Mount Sinai, Utah, right there, not too far. Mount Nebo, Mount Sinai, right up the street. What else? Mount Pisgah in Utah. I ain't even got to type it. It's already there for me. Mount Pisgah in Utah, right? Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, Mount Pisgah, all in Utah, all in America, right? In America. So we got to understand what we talking here. We can't fall for the little hijacks that they throw at us. They gonna throw hijacks at us. They gonna say, yeah, over there and over there across the sea. Stop lying. In America. All right, so let's get back to the lesson where we left off at. So we got into reading from scripture about the inheritance and where everything was at, from Mount Pisgah, Mount Sinai, Mount Zion in America. I could have pulled that up too. The Garden of Eden, all that's in America. We could have pulled that up. They outlined it like they surveying the land, right? Doing a land survey. I just wanted to point that out with the mouse. Let's move on. So what about the promised land being called Canaan? Why? And Noah awoke. Let's talk about Canaan. Who was Canaan first? Canaan, the son of Ham, right? Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servant shall he be unto his brethren." Not the curse of Ham, the curse of Canaan. See, they say Canaan is the seed of incest. They say Canaan is the serpent seed. They say Ham slept with his stepmother, Noah's wife, and committed incest, and she birthed Canaan. That's why Canaan, even in the genealogy of Noah, sometimes Canaan is claimed under Noah, but he's the seed of Ham. So cursed be Canaan. That's the first curse of Canaan, being the seed of incest. Now, when you understand that's not the only curse of Canaan, not curse of Ham. Canaan was cursed again for what? But Canaan violated this agreement and instead chose to squat in the land designated to Shem and his descendants. Canaan said, this is the promised land. It's nice over here. This is the land of plenty. He said, F this going somewhere else. Elon's boogie in the house, tribe up. Monarch in the house, tribe up. Canaan cursed ass, serpent seed ass said, damn this going to Africa over there with Cush and Ham. I'm going over here to America. Because anyway, Shem, the progenitor of the Negroes, look just like us anyway. How they gonna know I'm over here? And they told him, you finna be cursed in all your descendants, Canaan. And so Canaan brought upon himself the full force of the second curse. Jubilees chapter 10 verse 29 through 34 through 35 through 35th, I mean. So after the flood, instead of Canaan going to Lot surveyed for Ham and his descendants, he brought his monkey ass to America. Like, see, they always trying to come over here. Canaan said he wanted to open up a shell station. He said he could sell stale Swisher Sweets.
You big dummy. Now, sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Canaan brought his bitch ass over here trying to run a gas station. And he told him, go back where you supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be over here. You finna get the full force of the curse. They told him that. And they still over here today, not knowing they getting the full force of the curse from being over here. Not supposed to be over here. So this how our land get named Canaan. So what is the significance of the land of Canaan? Because remember, let's not forget. Let's not forget. They laid who laid claim? The Hebrews, the Israelites, the patriarchs, Abraham. They laid claim to Canaan based on the covenant God made with the first three patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Possessed the land for the Israelites. So what's the significance of the land of Canaan, America, in the Bible? Why they lying about Canaan? Why they lying about the indigenous people of America? Why would they lie, Blackjack? Why would they say we're from Africa, Blackjack? Why would they call us Canaanites, Blackjack? You want to know why for real? Here you go. How deep you want to go in history, my nigga? We can point out that the Seminoles was you. We can point out that the Choctaw were you. We can point out that the Muskogee Creek was you. We can point out that the Juka is you. We can point out the Aztecs and the Mayans was you, and we can take it all the way back to the books of Moses and the feathers of Eber, and it's still you. And they know it. The land of Canaan in the Bible refers to the ancient geographical area God promised, the Most High promised to give to Abraham and his descendants. The devil trying to defeat the Most High promise to you, my nigga. It is not merely the land where the Israelites will live, but the sworn inheritance of God's chosen people. They generational wealth, they generational inheritance. It's still in 19 million acres of farmland from the Naga he had to fight back to get. The whole land of Canaan, from North America, Canada, all the way down to South America and everything in between, where you now reside as a foreigner, I will give as an everlasting possession to you and your descendants after you, and I will be their God. Genesis, written by Moses, chapter 17, verse 8, written by your father Moses. Respect your father. See also Exodus, written by Moses, chapter 6, verse 4, Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 38, all written by Moses. Deuteronomy, chapter 38, chapter 32, verse 49, Chronicles, Psalms. Where's Canaan now? The boundaries of the ancient. Where's Canaan? Where's Waldo? Where's Canaan now? Nobody knows, huh? One code 247 in the house. Tribe up. Oh, where's Canaan now? Oh, where's Waldo? I thought you said it was over there in Palestine, in the fake Palestine. You know where it's at, and you know who the real Israelites are, and you know who the Canaanites are. The boundaries of the ancient land of Canaan include, we just read about all that. Noah's grandson was Canaan, the son of Ham, from whom the Canaanite peoples originated. Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. The Canaanite race was cursed, probably because of the sin of Ham against his father Noah. Genesis chapter 9, verse 25 to 26. The Bible does not specify the sin of Ham, in which Canaan may have been involved. He is the curse. But the act was disgraceful enough for God to pronounce judgment on Canaan's descendants, the Canaanites. All right. Look, so let's start right there, because they finna come with a bunch of hijack after that. So we know Canaanites cursed because they are serpent seed. They're seed of incest.
Canaanite.
Yeah, and they want to call you a Canaanite, call you a seed of Ham. Everybody's talking about they Cushites and all this. I say, not me. All right. So what does being a Canaanite mean? Nah, see, hijack lies. They want to say Semitic. Why? Because they want to call them Semitic because he living in Shem land and speaking Shem languages, inhabited parts of ancient Palestine. He ain't Shemitic. He Hamitic. What race is Canaanites? Look at this. The researchers also determined that the Canaanites, who frequently appear in ancient sources, including the Bible. Ancient sources including the Bible, huh? We're talking about historical books, huh? Script. Descended from a mixture of an earlier Lebanite population and migrants coming from the Caucasus region. The modern day Iran. See, like, I hope nobody ain't mad at me. I hope they ain't mad at me, my nigga. I'm just reading. Yup. The snake and the stab, yup. Stab the serpent king, my nigga. The serpent con, yup. Hey, see, man, y'all see who the Canaanites is? Caucasian. They came from the Caucasus, and they mixed with some other people, huh? The Caucasus, but definitely the Caucasus. They calling you an African Hamite, though. They're trying to act like talking about they Shem. Look. The Most High command Yahshua to utterly destroy the Canaanites. Yup. Why? Why did he destroy them? Oh, are those bow and arrows? Oh, are those bow and arrows? Oh, they got on capes like the Nagas. Oh, like the Juke, huh? Oh my God. Oh, they telling on themselves. Hijack City. They want to be us so bad. One of the most controversial portions of of the Old Testament. Oh, the one where Jesus don't even exist. Especially since the rise of atheism, is God's command to Israel to wipe out the Canaanites, the parasite, the Jebusites, and others, because they was in our land. See, now y'all see, I'm gonna pause for a minute, let y'all soak this in, man, because people be thinking I be over here talking crazy, and I admit I do be talking wild and reckless sometimes. I'm surprised I'm still on YouTube. Oh, I got a Patreon, man. Y'all, if y'all should join the Patreon, because honestly, I made the Patreon. I don't know when they gonna keep me off of here. I already got about 2 strikes, you know what I'm saying? But I be pushing the issue because the truth must be heard. They might Cynthia G my ass. You know what I'm saying? How could it good look, hey, they told Joshua, God commanded the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel. God told the whole tribe of Israel, the tribe up. It said tribe up right now and destroy everybody that's on your land that ain't supposed to be there. How could a good Most High command someone to utterly destroy every person? But there is a lot more going on in Joshua and Judges than meets the eye. Yeah, a lot. They own a lot. The curse was, what was just a curse? Just told y'all the second curse. We just told y'all the second curse. But Canaan violated the agreement. He trespassed and he squatted. He chose to squat in the land of Shem and his descendants. And Joshua came through with the sword and said, "Get y'all ass up out of here." Upon it's gonna happen again. They keep getting the warning, but they won't take the warning. The full force of the second curse. The Canaanites, they came from the Caucasus. They got the full force of the second curse by the hands of the one and only our father Joshua, not Jesus. Joshua. Where we at? Hold on. I messed up. Let me go back. Yeah. Joshua, the commander, utterly destroyed them Canaanites, trespass. God, Most High say, get them out of there. I promise that land to you and the Israelites from now until eternity. That's what the Most High said. I ain't say it. The Most High said it. And the proof is in the pudding. The proof is all over the history. You can't even go through the ancient history, whether you talking about the Aztec murals or the more recent history of the 16 and 1800s. When you talking about tobacco Indians, it's still the Naga. It's you, Managa. In the land of Canaan, Managa, is yours. And they trying to steal it. They lying about it, calling it the New World. All these lies, straight up lies. The Most High told Joshua to get the tribe up and utterly destroy them. Joshua, after taking control of the land, after he destroyed them, he ain't kill all of them. Joshua let someone live. Said that he did everything the Lord commanded. Joshua, chapter 11, verse 20-23. But a careful reader will notice something strange going on in these texts. The very people who were supposed to have been utterly destroyed are nevertheless still there in the Holy Land, in Canaan, in America. Joshua let someone live, and that's why a mistake might have been made. The Most High commanded for him to destroy. Joshua kind of got soft or something. I don't know what happened, but he let up, and he let someone live, and he let someone stay. And that might be that's you disobeyed the Most High. The Most High said destroy. He said utterly destroy. Even more strange, there is a flip-flop that occurs regarding these people's supposed obliteration. Sometimes even in the same verse, for example, Joshua verse 10, chapter 10, verse 20-21 says, when Joshua and the men of Israel had finished slaying them with a very great slaughter until they were wiped out, and when the remnant which remained of them had entered into the fortified cities, all the people returned safe to Joshua in the camp at Makkedah. Not a man moved his tongue against any of the sons of Israel. Emphasis, mine. See, he let someone live, because he probably thought, well, if I don't let a few on live, they ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna be able to do nothing. But no, they grow again. You let a few live, they grow again, and they come to fight you again. in America again in 1492 doing diverses. How could these people be wiped out and a remnant still remain? Right? Joshua in the Promised Land, America, Managa, the land of Canaan, the Old Testament. For the Lord thy God have blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through the great wilderness. These 40 years the Lord thy God have began with thee. Thou hast lacked nothing. So where you gonna roam 40 years at, in America, over in that small ass place they call in Palestine? Or that small ass place they call in Israel since 1959. I think it's clear you roaming the mountains of Mount Pisgah, you all over there in Utah and all over America for 40 years. Yeah, I can see that. The Old Testament, a brief overview. Joshua in the conquest of America, of Canaan. When Israel finally crossed over the Jordan River on dry land and entered Canaan and celebrated their first Passover in the Promised Land, God spoke to Joshua and made him a strong leader. Now, when they speak of the River Jordan and the Nile River and all that, y'all know they're talking about the Mississippi River and all the smaller rivers that break off of the Mississippi that you can reach so many different parts of America from. That's why I've been getting back in the boat building, and I've been building one boat, my first little test boat, but I'm gonna build my larger boat because I plan to travel the Mississippi so I can visit New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, and a lot of other places along that river and that stretch of rivers. But yeah, when they talk about biblical Jordan and the biblical Nile, they talk about the Mississippi, Managa. They say entered Canaan and celebrated his first Passover in the Promised Land. God spoke to Joshua and made him a strong leader. Joshua chapter 1 verse 5 to 6. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and of good courage. For to this people you shall divide as an inheritance the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Right? The sins of the Canaanites were at the boiling point, and Joshua was to completely destroy them, lest Israel inherit their evil ways. See, who ways you inheriting, my nigga? Who ways you inheriting? Niggas doing all kind of stuff niggas wouldn't have done decades ago even. Niggas doing all kind of Baphomet, Baal, evil, devil worship. Niggas worshiping Christmas. Niggas worshiping the Easter Ishtar bunny. Niggas worshiping Halloween. Niggas worshiping all this and all these pagan holidays. Niggas tricking, women prostituting, women twerking, niggas killing each other. You inheriting the ways of them, my nigga. You inherited their ways because you let them live. You let them stay on your land. And now you can't even try, but now you got a gender war. And the descendants of the biblical patriarch that inherited the Promised Land can't even head the house of their families, my nigga. How pathetic is that? Y'all wonder why I be the way I am, huh? Figure that out. Homosexual. Look. Israel inheriting their evil ways. Everything I just said. Some of the abominations happening in the land were temple prostitution, father and son committing sexual acts with the same prostitute, child sacrifice, abortion, child sacrifice, killing baby niggas, talking about the white man money. You ain't got enough of the white man money, and when the Promised Land was yours and you inherited, but now you renting the land that you own at once. Homosexuality, because you curse now, because you calling yourself a Canaanite. You done inherited the Canaanite ways, and now you call yourself an African American. Idolatry, and on and on. The Most High spoke about their evil ways throughout the entire Old Testament, my nigga. Leviticus chapter 18 verse 25 to 30. For the land is defiled, my nigga. They defiled our land. Therefore I visit the punishment of its iniquity upon it, and the land vomits out its inhabitants. They vomiting you out, my nigga. You should therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, either any of your own nation or any stranger who dwells among you. You supposed to slay them if they commit these abominations. You got Kevin Hart and men walking around in dresses. They supposed to be slayed. The sword of spirit of Joshua, Managa. For all these abominations, because they cursing your land. The men of the land have done who were before you, and thus the land is defiled. Lest the land vomit you out. Also, when you defile it, as it vomited out the nations that were before you. It's gonna vomit us out, Managa. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like it's about to vomit us right on out of here. Some of our own women fighting for the slaughter of our children. Just like back in Egypt. Throw the Israelite baby boys in the river, huh? And we got the nerve to get on talking about a gender war and who somebody can date and ain't dating, man. Y'all got life messed up for real. For whoever commits any of these abominations, the persons who commits them shall be cut off from amongst the people. Therefore you should keep my ordinance, so that you do not commit any of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that you do not defile yourself by them. I am the Lord your God. Deuteronomy, written by Moses. I ain't gonna go through all this, y'all. Hey, Kevin Cross in the house, trying but salute. I don't want nobody in their feelings. I ain't gonna go through all this unless y'all want me to. If y'all want me to go through it, let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat. Y'all want me to go through all this. Tribal salute. We talking about the land of Canaan, Managa. We talking about the Israelites versus the Canaanites, Managa. The Canaanites from the Caucasus Mountains, Managa. Shall we proceed, Managa? Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 9 through 22. When you came into the land which the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not learn to follow the abominations of those nations. What nations? Oh, other nations. The land of Canaan don't need to be following the abominations of other nations. What? Europe, Euphrasia, the eyes of the Gentiles. There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices witchcraft, or is soothsayer, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or a medium. Ain't nobody here conjuring nothing, is there? Or a spiritist. Free spirited. You free spirited, Managa? Don't come around me if you all free spirited. I don't want you around me. Or one who calls up the dead, Managa. All you Nagas with the drill route, huh? All you Nagas on the ops, all you Nagas drilling, all you talking about dissing the dead, huh? For all who do these things are an abomination to the Most High. And because of these abominations, the Most High your God drives them out before you and will vomit you out the land. You shall be blameless before the Most High. For these nations which you will dispossess, now you dispossess, listen to soothsayers and diviners. But as far as for you, the Lord your God has not appointed such for you. And see, everybody want, oh, that's religion, black lad. No, it's your history, Managa. It's your family tree, Managa. You just don't know. It's the prophecy was told to you. If you only understood, you would see why we where we at right now, Managa. The inhabitants of Canaan were terrified. The first city they conquered was Jericho. It was a miracle when the trumpets were blown, the walls fell. Joshua chapter 6 verse 20. So the people shouted when the priests blew the trumpets, and it happened when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout that the wall fell down flat. Then the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. Under Joshua, the Israelites conquered the entire country. Joshua 21. The only defeat was at Ai, where an Israelite named Akan, look at it, Akan. That reminds me of the Akan language, the Wakan tribe down there in the Juka. That's what a lot of them speak, the Akan language. We did something on it, hold on. The Akan people. No, not that. That's not it. The Akans for Israel. Not that Akan. That's the fake Akan. No, put up. They try to hijack all that stuff. Hold on, with the 2 A's. Let me see. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna take the time now since they hijacking, because that's what they try to claim, and they don't even speak the language that hold on. Watch this. Okay. They jacking. See, they got a lot of reason to hide your history. Now watch this here. So why the fake? This one thing you gotta understand. Them fake Wakans that they just pulled up. Why they don't speak the Wakan language? Look, as soon as I put the Wakan language, will come up the Juka. The Akan language, right? The Akan language. I ain't gonna even click on the Juka. We know it's the Juka. The Juka speak the Akan language, South American Negroes, so-called Maroons, the Bushy Negres, right? They want to talk about African roots. Well, why? How come the fake Akan over there don't speak the Wakan language? How come that's a hijack, right? In Suriname, Naga, the real Akan. See, man, they don't know. I done stated too much. They ain't finna hijack me. I won't let it happen. I'm always connecting dots, even when I'm sleeping, and even when I ain't trying to. Where we was just at, yeah, where an Israelite named Achan disobeyed God's orders. In 7 years, they defeated 31 kings in the land. Joshua divided the land among the 12 tribes of Israel, as the Most High directed. Joshua was a great leader, but he made two fatal mistakes. First, he failed to completely defeat the Canaanites, the Caucasus Mountains, especially the Philistines, the Amalekites. Hey, that's why y'all remember on Fred Sample, Elsa used to be talking about you somebody talking about you looking like a mean green Philistine. That's what she talking about. Salute on Elsa talking about the mean green Philistines. Hit me up in the chat if you remember Elsa calling people a mean green Philistine, man. the Amalekites and the Midianites. And second, he failed to wipe out completely the filthy and the idolatrous fertility cults of the land. Fertility cults, the baby sacrifices, the abortion clinics. Joshua's failure to cut this cancer completely out of society resulted in disastrous times for about the next 400 years. The Hebrew history, 400 years of slavery, 400 years, 1492. I don't know if y'all get it. Prophecy, right? Jesus no insight. The Table of the Nations, right? In Genesis 10, written by Moses. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. They divided the lands after the flood, right? The land of Shem was Canaan, because Canaan squatted there. Joshua had to run them out of there with the Israelites. They had to put the wham bam on it, but he ain't obliterate them like the Most High told him. So we got cursed after that, following their ways. Because if you look right down here, under the seed of Ham, there's Canaan. And he getting the uttermost curse because he's squatting in our land. They ain't supposed to be here. And guess who getting cursed too? Judah, Israel. We getting cursed too. The seeds of Shem. Because they ain't supposed to be over here with us. And we following their ways. Their idolatrous ways. Yup. Who are the Canaanites today? Yeah, the Canaanites. Who are the Canaanites today? They know who they is. They know who they is, man. Mixture early Lebanite population. Migrants coming from the Caucasus, all in America. All in America. Yeah. It all makes sense, right? It all makes sense. Yeah, when America was the land of Canaan, all them Europeans from the Caucasus Mountain and Ham, the Africans and stuff like that, violating the law of the most high, and got us in violation too. They're not even supposed to be around us. We in violation. We can't get our stuff together and wonder why. How we gonna get our stuff together when the devil around us and he won't get off our back? Yeah, volumes have been written. Yeah, when America was Canaan, the promised land for the Israelites, on the causes of immigration from the various countries of Europe to the United States. Picture that. Land of Canaan. It is editing history part 10, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. You know, a lot of people starting to get stuff confused about religion about what a Hebrew is and what an Israelite is, and they think it's religion. We talking about a family tree. We talking about a bloodline. We talking about world history. We ain't talking about it in some spiritual place. We talking about right here on earth. We talking about your inheritance. And a lot of times I don't even take it this deep because I know a lot of people ain't ready for this and they gonna get in their business. On Blackjack, this is a House of Cons. You want to support the house? We got the cash up at the top of the screen. cash.app/$ House of Cons. Hey, salute to Michaela for the cash out. And salute to who else that was on the cash out. Look back real quick. Who that was? Hold on, I gotta put it up, y'all. I move my. Every time I get on, I don't know why my electronics just slow down when I'm live. Got interference from Canaan or somebody. Canaan interfering right now. Canaan interfering with the oh yeah, from Anawee and Michaela with the cash outs. And anybody else want to support, we got it at the top of the screen. cash.app/$ House of Cons, y'all, and then we out. Peace.